Hello everyone, it's Tagiris here, and welcome back to another episode. And for this one, yeah, it's finally time. Gonna go ahead, I'm gonna grit my teeth, and we're gonna get this farmland done. It's not gonna be fun to do, it's probably not gonna be fun to watch, but it's gonna look really good when it's done, so, yeah. Lightning quick time lapse, I guess. Okay, wait, pause the time lapse for a second. I just found something. So actually, I was just gonna be covering over this hole, and I found there's a spawner down here. There's a zombie spawner by the looks of it. Hey, cool, some gems. But yeah, just wanted to share that quickly. I don't know if we're gonna do something with it in the future, but it's here at least. Anyway, back to the grass covering for everything. Okay, so we're back with all the grass laid out. That was probably about a minute and a bit of your guys' time, but it was like a week and a half of my time between gathering resources and just putting all the grass down. It was a long process. But yeah, so now we're going to go straight into kind of working on the ideas I was thinking of here. And this is kind of, I've done some research online, and it's kind of not exactly what I thought it was. It's kind of like a style of basin irrigation they used, but normally this entire area would have been lowered below the water level so the silt could like run in and provide nutrients. But instead what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to dig like kind of a narrow channel kind of just into the center here to provide the hydration you need to grow the crops in Minecraft. We're just going to have a little 4x4 little area here. Oop, that's sand. Okay, yeah. And what I'm gonna do, I think, is line this with sandstone stairs to make this kind of look more like a basin. And this is gonna also kind of tie into my plan to kind of incorporate this area. Oop. I'm gonna do it like this, I think. Oh. There we go. Okay. Kind of incorporate this area into a more kind of include the desert colors, so to speak, in this area, because I don't want the grass to look super pronounced in comparison to the other area. So the other thing I think I'm gonna do here is we're gonna take some sandstone slabs, and sandstone walls as well, and create kind of a small rough wall around the exterior of the farm plots kind of here. Nope. And this should help kind of tie the desert colors into the farm here, and also create kind of I can't really think of a good word for it, but almost like a delineation between where the farm is and where the like pathways are. So I'm just doing this extremely roughly, just creating kind of these piles of almost looks like sand. Well, I mean, piles of rock, but sandstone is a rock, I guess. But yeah, so just some piles of rock kind of on the outside border of where the crops are going to go. Then let's stick a couple of walls in here just to create kind of a bit more visual difference of scale. Yeah. Because, yeah, the sandstone walls are a little thinner than the full block, so they look a little different, which is nice. And also, if I wanted to, I can also put lanterns on top here. And the last thing I'm going to do here, I think, is dig a couple holes and put some... Come on, give me a glowstone. There we go. And put some glowstone down, and then I'm going to put the bushes on top like I have on throughout the entire desert here. Just to help kind of add a bit of light that's necessary here and make this look slightly more overgrown. Not sure exactly how this is going to look. It's one of these ones I'm gonna include you guys in kind of the rough design process here and see how that goes. Yeah, I've got a spare piece of pulp. I'm just gonna do this to get in my inventory. Okay, there we go. Okay, some oak leaves. Oop. Okay. Just putting things in the wrong spots. Oh, I just realized we have an issue here in a bit. Well, issue for me. It bugs me. But, there we go. So, rough bushes and some walls. Then, the thing I just realized is, once I turn this into farmland, all of this dirt underneath is going to be exposed, which I don't like to see. So I'm a little picky about that. I'm going to go ahead and just dig this up and replace this bottom section with sandstone as well. It's like when you have like a path blocks and you can see like the dirt underneath where the path is. When you go up a level, it's, I don't know, it bugs me. So go ahead and fill that in. Okay. All right. So that's all that done. I'm gonna quickly run back over. Oh yeah, by the way, in between the clips there, I built this little storage kind of area because I was getting annoyed moving the chests for the project area all the time. But yeah, it's just one of these standard houses I built and a larger version of the awnings I've been doing. So I didn't think it was worth showing that again. But okay, so first we're gonna go ahead and create an infinite water source here. Should make life easier. There we go. Okay. The other thing I'm actually going to do here, I think, this was an idea I had before that I just remembered now, is we're going to have the channel like that. I'm going to grab 2 spruce trapdoors. I'm gonna put them in the water here. So the idea is this would be how you would seal this off if you wanted to have the water run, not have the water run in here. So maybe I'll do one of these, have like the field look kind of like it's in fallow, like so that's like when there's no crops growing, and have like the trapdoor sealed off and then this channel kind of empty to make it look like it's dried out. But yeah, so let's go ahead and hoe this all. And because of this water stream here, this should all be hydrated crop. So it should work. But yeah, see, this is exactly what I mean. You can see that little gap here of the top block because the farmland blocks are slightly smaller. It's a little annoying. But anyway, I digress. Okay. Yeah, so there we go with that. For these, I think I'm going to grab... I think I stole some more coarse dirt over here. Just want to transition that a little better than just having a straight line of grass there. Do I not have... Oh, wait, no, I should have it in my... Okay, there we go. Couple pieces of coarse dirt. There we go. Go. And run back to the chest because I keep forgetting things. And we're gonna go grab some seeds. Did I miss this spot, or is this stop being hydrated? Try hoeing that again, see if the crops pop off. Should be hydrated because it's literally right next to the water, but I don't know. I'm gonna go and cut here and let this grow and also go sleep before I get killed by a zombie or something. And yeah, I'll cut back to when this is done and we can take a look at how this turned out and then make some tweaks. So I've sat AFK for a bit and let the wheat grow. So this is how it's going to look fully grown. So it blends in pretty well with the sand, a lot better than I was anticipating it would, and I do like that the green from the wheat still does tie into the kind of off-green kind of color of the desert grass. I may mix in some potatoes or something in here to add a bit of more green color to make it look less uniform. I'm not sure at the moment, or maybe some hay bales. Anyway, I'm gonna hop up the cliff here. Got a friend over there. I don't know where the rest of them are, but I'm not going to worry about it. Anyway, okay, so hop up here, and the idea is this is going to be copied over to here, and there, and just like all the way around here, and then maybe some larger fields back here. Maybe I'll put animals? I'm not sure, honestly, at this point. I'm going to start filling this area with these. I'm going to cut back to when I'm done. Couple of these, like this area up here is going to have some trees. That center section there, I'm actually probably going to put a fountain, I think. I want it to look slightly more, I don't know, I don't want it to just look like a kind of a rough farm field that was put down. I want this to look pretty organized and like it's built up nicely. But yeah, I'll cut back to when I've got that all done then. We can walk through some details. Alright, so after many hours of work, the farm area is done. I really didn't understand the gravity of the work that I was going to do here, but yeah, it's sure is a lot of wheat. So, of course there's husks. So I've gone and extended the wheat fields all the way around. And across, I've actually, in this huge area, I actually added in a kind of a vineyard almost. I'm not sure how I feel about it, because I do use the jungle leaves for my vineyards, but the problem is the fruit that hangs on these kind of blends in too much with the gray or the greenish color of the, like the kind of brown green. Here, let me go grab one of these for a second. And put it in the river. As weird of a sentence as that sounds. But yeah, so the problem is they don't contrast very well, but I don't really have many other options. So if I put it over here, see, like this looks a little bit more healthy for the berries. I don't know. Anyway, let's go put this back. I may, once 1.17 comes out, swap those out for the flowering azalea leaves, so they at least have some color to them. Haven't decided, but unfortunately the jungle leaves are the best I'm going to be able to do for the current moment. So anyway, so I've got those. I've hung some lanterns from these gachacha trees that I've put around, just, you know, for a bit of extra light, bit of extra interest. And then if I head down here, down the main path, we got all these wheat fields I've been adding in. So this was the first one we did. So we got that. I've left this little circuit for the fountain, which we're going to be doing next. I'll do that one on camera. And yeah, some more wheat fields, more wheat fields. It's all pretty boring. This is why I kind of cut it. And then a massive wheat field that goes all the way off this way. I can use this one to show you guys a little trick that I've been doing, though. is what you do is you have your hay bales like this, and you can put a spruce plank underneath them, and then in that spruce plank you can put water. So it creates a waterlogged slab on the top section. So you can cover that up and then put the hay bale on top, and it adds a nice bit of detail to the wheat field that doesn't look too obtrusive, but also creates hydration for all these crops. And then the other one I've also done as well is for some of these areas I've gone ahead and done the same trick here and put the water underneath the sandstone slabs here to create hydration using the wall, which is a great way to get these large crop fields without having giant water trenches everywhere. And also, like, if you're doing it for technical reasons, you can use it to hide the water in the walls, so you have more just available crop space, and you don't have to worry about if you have like an automated water stream or anything for clearing crops. So these two center ones, I decided to do something a little different. So I've actually got in some animal pens. So this one I have some cows. So this is just same kind of design, but I've made sure all of these are at least 1.5 blocks tall, so the cows can't jump over, but I've added these little slabs on the outside so I can still jump over from the outside in. Or when bringing animals in, you can just lead the animal over the fence with like a lead or a wheat. And over here, because I had tons of them popping up everywhere, I've got some bunnies and some carrots. So yeah, I decided that would be kind of a cool thing to do because, like I said, they're spawning everywhere I was building anyway. And yeah. So what I think we'll go ahead and do now is get to work on the fountain here. And for this fountain, I just kind of roughed out a circle. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my smooth sandstone. So smooth sandstone stairs, regular smooth sandstone. Don't suppose I could, no, there is no smooth sandstone walls. Okay. Where are my sandstone walls? Do I not have any? Okay. Grab a couple of those. Grab that and that. Because I can go ahead and make some sandstone walls. Make some chiseled sandstone as well. Love sandstone. It's a great... I'm kind of sad that I haven't used it until now, which was, I mean, part of the inspiration for the desert town. But sandstone is great because it has so many different, like, textures. Like, you got regular sandstone, sand you can also include, smooth sandstone, chiseled sandstone, the patterns. You can also incorporate birch and other textures like that into it as well, which is just great. It just gives you so much variety of texture palette without changing the color scheme too much, which is kind of a cool thing to be able to do. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to go ahead and drop this ring into... That's still... Yes, that looks correct still. I'm going to use the regular sandstone for the bottom here. So 3, 3, 3, 3, and then diagonals of 2 to create kind of a circle, kind of an octagon. So I should probably go sleep. Alright, okay, sleeping done, and since I did 3s, that'll be our center point for the, how did I not grab sandstone stairs? Okay, so, grabbing my sandstone stairs here, what I want to do is take out these center portions and put a upside down stair kind of like that. It creates kind of an ugly cobblestone texture on top, but that is fine because we're going to be covering it with a rim. But what this does that I like is it creates this kind of little indent that almost looks like a water return. So kind of helps enforce the idea that that's where the water for the fountain would be sucked up from. So go ahead and create a water source here. Okay. Make sure to waterlog these stairs so I don't end up with issues later. Nope. Water. That one. And we get this all Okay, there we go. So we got our little infinite water source here. And I'm going to go ahead with this smooth sandstone now. Fix this. So, once this ring is in, now we got to think about how to bulk out the center. Now, for fountains, you have a couple ways of doing it. You can either waterlog something like a wall or just place a water source. And while those work as options, you got to be really careful because water has a tendency in this game to flow where you don't want it to, which is, to put it bluntly, extremely frustrated. But the general way I like to do it is by using walls, because walls won't connect, but they'll still create a bit of interest. Oh, that's wrong sandstone. Chiseled, and then we'll go with another cut. So go about that for the height of the fountain. Then we'll go in with our smooth sandstone. Actually, I may drop that down by one. That one. Put the cut sandstone here. Cut sandstone. There we go. So do something like that, I think. Yeah. Or maybe I'll just drop this whole thing down by one. I don't want this thing to look too big in comparison to the like the body of the fountain, if that makes sense, because I don't want it to kind of stand out too much because the crop fields are all pretty low. But what I will do here is I'm going to go ahead and add smooth stone slabs just like that. Remove, wrong one. Remove these ones. So it creates these kind of raised areas. And if you look at it from the exterior here, it creates kind of this bowl shape. And that's really what you want. You can also, if you want, add the walls in like this, which I'm not sure on at the current moment. I may replace those with something else. Not sure. Alternatively, you can also use like a slab here, like that, to create kind of a more smooth transition, but I don't want it to look too chunky. Honestly, I may actually almost put lanterns or buttons or maybe even end rod. I'm not sure. I have a lot of options here for adding detail there. Anyway, okay, and then what we can do here is if I gotta make sure to crouch. Whoop. No, okay, so it's not gonna let me. Okay, we'll need a solid, actually. Go ahead and use cut sandstone. Nope. Cut sandstone. There we go. So solid block there. I'm gonna apply my water against. And because of the slabs, it will stay like that. Okay, so that's the first tier of the fountain we're working with here. So the next tier I want kind of that main center portion that will flow down to here. So we're gonna go ahead and bring up with the chiseled cobblestone again, and then another cut cobblestone, like so, to create again that same design that we had down there. And then I think I'm just gonna cap this thing off with a sandstone wall like that to make it almost like a, I don't know what it's called, a spigot or something. We're just gonna waterlog that to make life easier. Then to add that little bit of extra, go ahead and jump up like that, break that block, grab my bucket, water at the bottom, and then break the top block, and there we go. And yeah, that bucket should flow properly because of the waterlog stair underneath. The problem is if you just waterlog the top block, it's gonna poke out because the water's gonna be slightly lower level. But yeah, there we go. Still not sure exactly how I feel about this. This looks a little chunkier than I would have liked. But there's a limit to what you can kind of do. Let's look at this from a distance. Yeah. I think it actually looked better without that second top layer. So go ahead and remove that, I think. Just create a, put a light source or something up here. Not sure. You put a block there? Okay. So just leave it like that, I think, and then add just a sandstone wall on top. Just leave it how it kind of was, but don't worry about the detail. Yeah, I think that looks better overall. And then for these, I think I'm going to hang lanterns from them. So just give me a second. I'll go grab some lanterns. Okay, so I've gone ahead and grabbed the lanterns from my ship. I think we're going to just go ahead and hang them right there. We should add some nice detail. And I also grabbed one of my micro blocks for this lit redstone lamp, which I figured could help kind of add a bit of detail to the top here. But as soon as I grabbed it, I just realized that I have a way cooler option. Let me place it. Let me place it. Nope. Place it. Nope. Ah. I'm not having any luck here. Like, why does this have to be such a struggle? Oh, water physics are the worst. Okay. Especially when half slabs are involved, because it makes you like hop up and down like that. Break this. And it's gone? Stop making me climb back up here all the time. Minecraft physics, please. Okay. So, go ahead, put that. So you see, like, yeah, the micro block heads line up perfectly with a wall. And see, that adds a nice bit of detail to the top there, and it matches with the lanterns, so I think it's a good pick. But I just remembered something from way back when in the... I mean, it was only a couple minutes ago for you, but it was, for me, it was like a week and a half ago. But... down here... Yes. Haha. I found this spawner. And if I remember correctly, when I was showing you guys the spawner, there were gems. So aquamarine, sapphire, and we got an amethyst. Oh, just a regular golden apple. Okay. Nothing else really too much of value. Anyway, I'll clear that back out at another point. But if I go ahead and hop back up here, we can use one of these gems, I think, instead as the top. And just by looking at it here, I think a great pick is going to be that amethyst, because that'll be a nice contrast color to the yellow of the chiseled sandstone. Break that, and we'll go with the aquamarine. See, it's also got that same kind of broken up texture that the post has. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. All right. So that's the fountain done. The last detail I kind of want to add, and this is kind of a cool one I've thought up recently. Just dump all this stuff. Grabbed way more sandstone than I thought I don't know why I thought I would need this much sandstone. For the, wrong one. For the fountain. That fountain is not that big. There's more smooth sand. Why did I grab like 6 stacks of smooth stone slabs? How on earth was I going to use that much on that fountain? Okay. Stair, sandstone, and chisel, and cut. Put all my dirt away. Just inventory cleaning with the gears here. Okay, there we go. So what I want is I want some spruce gates, spruce trapdoors, which I will need to make a whole bunch more of. Boom. Probably enough. And I want... I don't have any here. Okay. Miscellaneous chest here. Stone and wood sticks. Or do I need stone slabs for this? Yep, there we go. Grindstones. There we go. Because what I want to do here, grab some straw as well. I'm going to make some really kind of, you know, little cute wheelbarrows, I think would be kind of a neat little addition for this area that would add some more visual interest and a bit of more color. So I'll go ahead and plonk one down here because there's a lot of space. How I'm thinking of doing it here is there's going to be a center block, which is going to be the bottom of the wheelbarrow. I'm going to put that there like that. Then we're going to go ahead and pop trapdoor up like that. And then trapdoors up like this. And that to create the wheelbarrow shape. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add a grindstone to this end. And add... There we go. Yeah, that's alright, I guess. Doesn't attach quite as nicely as I would have liked. But we can do that, and then if we really want to, we can also put some straw on the inside or something. Yeah. So these cute kind of wheelbarrows around here. Maybe that's actually a bit long. Dirt. There we go. Like that. Slightly more stubby wheelbarrow. Yeah. That looks like it'd be a reasonable size to lift up and do on your own. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and add maybe a couple of more of those just kicking around. Maybe some hay bales. But yeah. I think that's pretty much going to be it for the episode today. I apologize in advance that this episode is... Oh, actually. Nope, just going to stop myself before I go any further. Okay, we're going to run all the way over here. So we can look at the whole thing. Because this is where I started the video looking at. Alright. So, anyway. That's going to be it for the video today. I'll apologize in advance that it's a pretty short one, but I greatly underestimated this project. There was so much to do, so many blocks to place. This was all sand when we started. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe next episode we'll do something a little bit more reasonable in scope. But, yeah. See you guys next time.